Hey everybody.
Hey everyone. So Larry and I just wanted to come at you guys with a quick wedding update video. Today is
October 10th, 2013.
Yes, and it is 3 days before our wedding, October 13th, Sunday. And we both were so excited. It's so much going on. I haven't been able to really do any videos besides, I guess, the last video. We went to the tasting and got our marriage license and everything. So I said, you know what, today I'm off work and it's nothing but wedding stuff from here until Sunday. So we're doing a video now, but I won't post it until after the wedding, of course.
And we actually got our wedding rehearsal today too.
Yes.
So that's tonight.
Yes, today is our wedding rehearsal. It's going to be so much fun. So I just wanted to basically talk about some of the wedding things, some tips. Because when you think of weddings, some people may think of the planning process as being torturous or just bridezilla mode, whatever. But for me personally, and you know, Larry too, we've been having a pretty smooth experience. Of course, our wedding hasn't come yet, but so far so good. Yeah. So as far as some tips, I'm gonna start, and Larry's just gonna chime in on some things that has helped him along the way. As far as me, I say plan early. We got engaged on Thanksgiving. It's going to be 2 years ago this Thanksgiving, so it's October.
2011.
Exactly, so 2011.
Thanksgiving 2011.
Yes, was when we got engaged. And so since that day, we have been planning. So, I mean, I just say as soon as you get engaged, just start the process because it is so much to think about. The first thing, as soon as you get engaged, people are going to say, what's your date? When's your wedding date? What's your colors? You know, and that can be a little annoying because it's like, can I just enjoy my engagement? But sort of kind of start planning what you want to do. As far as the bridal party, have people in it who you love, who you trust, and who you can depend on. Because for me, you know, I have my 2 sisters and Larry has.
I have my 2 brothers, and I have my son and my nephew.
Exactly.
Junior groomsmen, and my 2 brothers and my best man.
Exactly. And then, of course, our parents. And then my little niece, who's going to be around 6 months at the wedding, is going to be our flower girl in a cute little wagon that my mother got all together. So, I mean, we kept it simple because we just feel like we know we can depend on our siblings. You know, we know they're not going to complain about, you know, certain things that they may have to buy. Or, you know, you got to get your dress. For the girls, you got to get your hair and makeup done. For the guys, you got to rent your tux and everything. And being in a wedding can be expensive. So, you know, I was talking to a coworker and she told me she spent $1,500 in her friend's wedding, and it's just so much. And I wouldn't want anybody spending that much on me, not even my family member. But at the same time, you know, your family loves you, and it's just like, whatever, that's my little sister, that's my little brother, I want to be there for them. So some people may not have a sibling or have, you know, may not have a close relationship with their family, and they may have that tightness with your friend. But I'm just saying, when you do pick people in your wedding party, try to pick good people. Take notes, take pictures, and of just, I guess, your inspiration. And when you think of something, jot it down. When you're speaking to vendors, everything. Like for me, like this notebook right here, if you guys would have flipped through it. Like
the wedding notebook.
Yes, this is like my wedding notebook. Like this goes in my purse. And yes, it's big, but I carry a big purse. And it went to every meeting with me, every consultation, everything. Like, I just jot notes down. Anytime I'm on a phone call, I have my notes. You know, I can't do it driving, so I'm like, no, let me go somewhere because I need to have my notes. And it's just important to, you know, write down price quotes, everything, so you can compare with this one and that one. And just taking notes are important. As far as taking pictures, like when I get my nails done, I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow, my hair, everything's going to be done the day before the wedding and touched up the day of the wedding. Like I have picture memos in my phone from like 6-7 months ago. Oh, I like these nails on Instagram. I'll do a screenshot. That's how I want my nails on my wedding day. Oh, I like Who was my hair inspiration? Well, I don't know, but like, you know, different celebrities for hair inspiration. I take screenshots and show it to my beautician. Like, I want this for my wedding day. So that's also important. As far as paying off your vendors, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I would just say try to get an early start on the vendors, but I would price it out. You know, don't just fall in love with one vendor and think that that's the, you know, the first one and all that other stuff. Price it out, because there's some, like, really good vendors out there that's really reasonable prices.
Exactly.
And if you commit to one person, then that's the person that you're gonna, you know, just be with.
You're pretty stuck with them, yeah. And we did that. We sort of went with the first vendor in a couple of situations, but you know, some things we did overpay, but I don't regret anything, because I know everything that we chose is going to be great for our wedding day. But the main thing with vendors, I would say pay them off early. Like right now, I probably say we paid off all of our vendors like 3-4 months ago. Like the florist, the wedding planner, the videographer, the photographer. That, you know, wasn't, you know, you just pay it off early, because you don't want to be, because they'll tell you, oh, you can pay me the day of your wedding, you can pay off your balance the day of your wedding, or you could, like, I don't want to be thinking about nothing like that the day of my wedding, or trying to write a check, you know, right before I run off to my honeymoon.
Yeah,
like,
also,
I just wanted to get it out.
Account.
Yes, you got to take that into account too. Have a planner. I say have a planner because our wedding planner, we did a day of planner, so she just comes in a month before the wedding and just, she did schedules for us, she did schedules for the vendors, for the bridal party, and she'll email them, she'll contact everyone. This is a timeline, this is what time you need to be here, this is what time we go here, this is what time picture starts, this is what time you eat, this is what time you dance, this is what time you cut the cake. And it's just like, we see how our wedding day is going to go. And I mean, I feel like it's so helpful, and it just takes the stress off of you, because you don't have to think about all the little minor details. So if you don't want to pay for a wedding planner, just, you can do that timeline yourself, or you can get a family member or someone, not like a mother or a sister who's going to be in the wedding, but get a, you know, a cousin or an aunt who's on the outside, who's willing to help you and really seriously make sure your day goes as planned.
Yeah, I would say you would like a wedding planner. She plans a whole lot, you know. But I would tell you, if you can't, you know, try to get like either like a day of wedding planner or something. Just try to work with somebody, because it helps me every time I go into a meeting or something like that with the wedding planner. It makes me feel good about it.
Yes.
It's because I know I'm not, you know, it's like a schedule. You know, and I don't gotta, you know, just kind of wing something or whatever.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it's going to be, so.
Yeah, but thank you for saying I'm like a wedding planner,
Yeah,
because I put into a lot of work. My sister got married 2 years ago. I have some video of her wedding too, and her bachelorette. But it's just like, I learned so much from my sister's wedding and everything. And then I'm like, my mother's creative, both my sisters are creative, and I am a little bit creative too, so I knew what my vision was. So I just know I wanted somebody to make the day flow. So as far as I say, this is not so much like wedding planning per so much, but this is more marriage. I think having a good officiant and going through premarital counseling is great. With our officiant, we purchased for him to do 3 premarital counseling sessions, and they were like so helpful, because you know, you think you had a great relationship, yeah, you may get into it, this, that, and the other.
Right.
But to sit down and talk with someone who, you know, is a pastor, who can give you so much insight and let you know the real meaning behind marriage, and that, you know, our whole goal is to bring each other closer to God, and to be closer to God, and to be better people. So he just really made that the focus and the forefront, and I think that kept me positive. It made me want to be like, you know, not get wrapped up or get stressed out over the wedding, because it's not even about that. It's more about the marriage after the wedding. So I would say premarital counseling is good.
Yeah, that's very, very important.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, sometimes you get an idea, or I know what marriage is going to be like, or, you know, we already, you know, living together. So it's like, what's going to change about it? So you have like certain thoughts about what it's going to be, you know, be like, but it's always good to get, you know, somebody else somebody else's perspective, as far as like a counselor or a pastor, that can help you. You know what I mean? Is to say like, well, what's your vision going to be? Because I may have a vision, but she may have a vision also.
Totally different.
It's totally different.
Exactly.
So what's it going to be like for us, in the future and everything? So what's our plans going to be? Because certain things like that you don't really think of, but other people may help you, get to think about certain things like that. So
that is so true. And he would give us homework assignments, just a little more on that. And one homework assignment was to have a communication date, was to go out on a date and just communicate, just talk. Don't talk about anything wedding. And like, you don't realize it, but in the midst of planning the wedding, like all of our conversations, or the majority of them, was what's going to be our first dance? What food should we pick? Is this person invited? Is this person declined? This, that? How much we trying to spend for this? Oh, this fell through. Like, you don't realize that all of your conversations begin to be about the wedding. So it was just like, it's a task to really sit down and not talk about your wedding when you're preparing for it. So that was a good thing to do. And, I don't want to argue with him about our wedding. Like, come on, like, that's just taking all the fun out of it. So I just, just don't get wrapped up and don't let anything negative be associated with your special day. And then the last thing I have on my list is to be an easy bride. And I say, I hate bridezillas. Don't trip off little stuff, and just focus on positivity, because there's so many things that can go wrng and that will fall through or not go as planned. It's just like, oh well, or like when I went to my hair trial, my makeup trial, it's just like, oh, is this perfect? How you like it? It's like, this is great. Yes, I had a vision of how I wanted my hair, how I want my nails, how I want my hair makeup, but I'm not going to be like so overzealous or too detail oriented or driving people crazy. Oh, I want it this way or the highway, or I wanted to be an easy bride and just to be like relaxed about things. I wasn't like forcing my sisters to, oh, wear your hair like this, wear these shoes, get this dress. It was, what do you feel comfortable in? You can wear whatever shoes you want. And they were almost like, you need to tell us, you need to make a decision. But I wanted to let them make the decisions, because I'm like, y'all buying the dresses, y'all doing this. So, I just wanted to be an easy, relaxed bride. And I feel like that did help, them, and it made things easier. And one last thing is, don't trip about your weight, ladies, because being a bride, you want to look perfect, and you say, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to lose these ounces, and you can't really trip, because as long as you get a gown that fits you, you're going to look good. You're going to look good regardless, no matter if you're big or small or in between. Get something that fits you. Even if you buy a dress a year before your wedding, like, get a dress that fits you then. Like, don't get a dress 2 sizes smaller and say, oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds within a year I can do it. Like, realistically, get something that fits you. And if they got to take it in, they got to take it in.
So what you do before...
What? We're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
So, no, go ahead. What?
What you just go on?
Well, I cleanse, personally, because I enjoy cleansing and feeling free. And so, yes, I cleansed a little bit. Yes, I dropped a couple pounds. Yeah. But I'm telling y'all next episode about it, because I see, like, at the end of the day, when I had my final fitting just yesterday, and I just love the fit of my gown. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy. And so it's just like, you shouldn't obsess or anything.
No, that's true. That's true.
Men don't understand. They don't go through what we go through. But yeah, that's it. So I guess out of all the tips, the main thing is don't trip on small petty stuff. Get along with your groom. Be an easy bride. Stay organized. This is like my wedding folder, and I have like all my payment stuff here. I got my, how my programs, or not my program, but how my wedding's going to go, and our vows. Like, I just try my best to stay organized and everything. So I think that is it, guys. And I'm going to also do another video on wedding gift ideas and other things that I purchased for the bridal party. And thank you all so much for watching.